Now hear this. Relationships generally can be difficult. Yes, relationships can be difficult. But any kind of relationship where physical, psychological, mental, and emotional abuse is prevalent should be reconsidered and terminated as soon as possible, no matter how long you've been in that relationship. No normal person with healthy self esteem, dignity, and value should surrender and submit to another person determined to terminate their health, their happiness, their destiny, and life for no reason at all. No one deserves to remain in any kind of abusive relationship, be it a love affair or even a marriage. Your purpose and destiny in this life is more important to your maker than your marriage. There is no marriage in heaven. That's what Jesus said. There's no marriage in heaven, right? Okay. So listen, abusive people rarely change. That's the truth. Abusive people, they rarely change. So the person will change, forget it, flush it. Abusive people rarely change. Why? They do not value you. That's why they abuse you. And the only way anything perceived as valueless can regain its value is to become scarce. Just look at economics, you understand. Once you're scarce, you become valuable, right? So as long as you remain with an abusive person and keep accepting and indulging the abuse, the cheaper you become and your value will never appreciate. In fact, it will keep depreciating day after day. So my dear friend, I want to share with you 5 capacities you must develop in order to exit an abusive relationship. 5 capacities you must develop in order to exit an abusive relationship. Number 1, the capacity for truth. The capacity for truth. In most instances, abuse is a reaction, and that's the truth. Abuse is a reaction, not a behavior. Yeah, there are some people that are naturally abusive by nature, but in most instances, abuse is usually a reaction. Most times when people in love or marriage are frustrated, discouraged, unappreciated, insulted, mocked, disregarded, they're put under intense pressure, they're disrespected, they're shamed, or they're overwhelmed, they can become abusive. Yeah. When also you begin to act in manners that suggest infidelity and you become unnecessarily secretive and you tell a lot of lies, the coping mechanism and reaction to you is abuse. The person becomes abusive. If that partner used to be so sweet and loving and kind, then suddenly, after being with you, the person became and developed abusive tendencies, ask yourself and be willing to admit if your own actions or you behave in ways that is triggering the abusive reaction from that particular person, and you make your amends. So you must develop, number 1, and most importantly, the capacity for truth. Number 2, the capacity to earn. The capacity to earn. To end an abusive relationship, you must cease to depend on that person for your income. Yes. If that person is responsible for your feeding, your clothing, your accommodation, your transportation, your healthcare, and general well-being, you must be, to an extent, independent. You must develop the capacity for sustainable earning. If, for example, someone funds your exit, okay, I want to leave, and someone decides to fund your exit, I'm talking about the ladies now. Okay, so your exit is funded by someone. Can that same person sustain your livelihood perpetually? So after you've exited, will the person keep paying for your livelihood? Will the person pay your rent year after year, maintain your car, feed you, and clothe you perpetually? So learn to earn and take care of yourself by yourself, right? That's one of the things you need to learn before you decide to exit an abusive relationship. Number 3, the capacity to ignore. The capacity to ignore. The capacity to ignore anything said or done by an abusive person is the beginning of your freedom. When you've mastered how to ignore and not react to anything mean or wicked said or done by an abusive person, you're building up great inner strength for your exit. As long as this mean words and deeds can affect you, you remain their slave. Number 4, the capacity for new interests. Yes, new interest. Capacity for new interest. If that relationship is a source of pain and frustration to you, find other things. Yes, find other things, other activities and deeds you'll enjoy to indulge in. Join a gym, a dance class, learn to bake, sew, or play a music instrument, games like golf, like tennis, or arts. Just anything valuable that you truly love to do that will distract you from the pain and continuous thinking of that abusive relationship. Also find other people that will respect you, appreciate you, compliment you, and treat you with respect. However, with these new friends that you're making, set boundaries for what you tell them. Don't tell them everything. Don't make them, your partner in lamentation, crying, and all that. No, don't share all the details with them. Have boundaries. You don't really need pity. What you need is a good friend that will truly respect you. Number 5, the capacity for a new life. The capacity for a new life. You must be ready and willing to let everyone connected, involved, and attached to your relationship with that abusive partner go. Let everyone go. End it with anyone and everyone that can bring up the issue or pressurize you. Move to a new location if need be. Change your church if need be. Change your job and move to a brand new environment with new people if necessary. My friend, that's how you can regain your self-esteem, your self-worth, and your power. No one should have the power to hold you down in abuse. Love is not disrespect. Love is not pain. Love is not control. Love is not high blood pressure. And love should never lead to death. It's time to escape.